待たせしました。テキーラです。
は？何このクラスちっさ。ちょっと今日めっちゃ飲みに来てんだからさ、ガブガブ飲みたいからこれ変えて。作り直し。
わかりました。
早く。
All right, what's going on, guys? So the young lady in the first clip of this video is a bar girl. And bar girls are, I guess they're similar to bottle girls, I guess. It's a little bit different because in a lot of even the higher end clubs, even all the way down to the dance clubs, they'll have bottle girls or bar girls. And their job is to be bar girls. And we'll get to what that entails in the video, but I want to give you 3 pointers as to dealing with nightlife, especially if you come to Asia. So, but before I give you those 3 pointers, I want to, if you were my age, you remember New Edition, right? And New Edition had the song, If It Isn't Love, right? So I'm sure you remember the song. I mean, it has a really snazzy dance, a great snazzy beat. It's just a great song. If it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? It's, you know, it's a young romantic song. And that kind of romantic software is built into us. And I would say that if you have this software built into you, you might want to take some time to kind of dismantle it, because it will certainly work against you if you encounter bar girls. I bring up New Edition because New Edition and that romantic ideal is kind of something that is programmed inside of us, especially as young black guys, right? And so you want to be the guy who rescues the princess and all of that. And when I tell you need to forget that, it's because you're going to run into places where you're going to see really beautiful, scantily clad young ladies. And some of them are going to be very good at English. They're going to know right what to say. And you got to remember, it's business. It's business. When you enter that establishment and whenever it's nighttime or you're walking down the street and these young, beautiful young ladies are looking at you and they're telling you everything you want to hear, that's just the game, this business. Just like you would be in a strip club and the young lady will tell you whatever she wants to tell you so that you spend more money. You're going to run into the same thing overseas. It's just going to be in a different package. So you got to understand it's business. They want to get people into the club to spend money, and you are people with money. So they want to get you as a people into the club so that you as a people will spend money in that club. That's the business. So if you're going into the restaurant or to the club or whatever, and you're thinking, oh gosh, do you see the way she winked at me? You see how she looked at me? If you're going to try and do that kind of that approach, you need to be sure whether or not she's actually working or she's just doing it or just because. If you can make that distinguish, or you can distinguish the difference between those, you might have something. But if you have any hint that there's a kickback or something going to her because of you spending money, you just need to be aware of that and stop trying to write it all into some kind of Hollywood love story and be a bit more realistic. Right now in the West, we're renegotiating how we deal with past indiscretions. So now there's kind of a pointing of fingers at not, people who have past indiscretions, but for maybe men who take issue with wanting to marry or wanting someone who doesn't have those past indiscretions. Well, I will say that overseas, young ladies who are working as bar girls and of that type, they already understand those rules are not at play overseas the same way they might be in the West, what we're dealing with. So if you choose to be a bar girl, and again, being a bar girl or something like that doesn't mean that you're out here doing all the crazy stuff. It doesn't mean that, but it does carry a connotation with it. And so the young hotshot guy that's coming out of college, he's thinking, who do I want to take for my wife? You might be the really beautiful young lady that was the bar girl, but you got to go home and meet his mother. You got to go home and meet his father, his grandparents. And in such cultures as, the Asian cultures, women that take on these kinds of professions, at least earlier on, they understand that there's something that comes with it. And so if you come into this culture and you think, oh, she's beautiful, I'm going to rescue her, I'm going to be her knight in shining armor, she understands that she sacrificed something working in a night bar. If you don't understand that she sacrificed something, it might give her a place of power over you that might not end in the best way for you. I'll put it that way. Back to the TikTok at the beginning of the video.
お待たせしました。テキーラです。
は？何このクラスちっさ。ちょっと今日めっちゃ飲みに来てんだからさ、ガブガブ飲みたいからこれ変えて。
Okay, so you notice, I mean, she's really pretty. She's wearing traditional garb, or traditional, clothing. And the guy is very, he's kind of, I won't say demonstrative. He's just, he's just masculine. Is this all that you're going to put in this glass? And so, he wants to drink probably, one drink is what, $700 or $7 to $8 or something like that. And so, she's going to react to this.
作り直し。
わかりました。
早く作り直してきて。
はい。お待たせしました。ガブガブ飲むって言ったよな。直瓶で全部飲めよ。飲まなかったら出さないからな、こっから。
怖っ。
Okay, so what she basically said is, you said you wanted to drink, so here, drink from the bottle, and if you don't, then I'll have to, I guess, kick you out, right? And he says, oh, you're scary. And so what I want to say is that, look, man, if you're talking to if you're dealing with ladies that are working in these clubs, they're dealing with guys, customers on a night in, night out basis. Come on, these girls have game, man. They have game. They understand how to talk to guys. They get all that. You're not going to be the unicorn that's going to come in there and whatever, right? I mean, okay, it is possible to be the unicorn, but it's not very probable. And so my point is, you gotta understand the dynamics of the situation, the culture that you're in, and take some of that romantic love at first sight part out of it and understand this is a transaction. You pay for alcohol. She looks pretty. That's it. And you understand that part of it, then you want to move to something. After that, you have to understand that in the beginning. That is the baseline rule. You get that rule and then you deal with her. I understand that you're working and I'm a guy with money, but look, you're really pretty, whatever. And if you choose to take that route, best of luck to you. Me personally, I would say that there are plenty of young ladies who choose this as a way of, paying their bills so they can have a better life. But they're probably going to take some time away from that job so that they can reacclimate themselves to society. And then they'll say, I used to do that, but now, I'm working in a regular job and that's not my life anymore. You can work with that. But don't forget, these young ladies have game. If you walk in there and you're saying, oh, you're the most beautiful girl I ever see. She's like, got him. Oh, you're so beautiful too. Why don't you drink our deluxe, whatever. And then you walk out and you have a $400 or $500 bill. You got to understand, it's business. Business. Understand it's business first and deal accordingly. You'll be all right. Catch you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me what you think. Take care, guys.